You should be nervous because we just might go ahead and derail the whole season starting at Neyland Stadium this weekend.
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Y'all, I went hunting and finding and pecking, and I was banging on doors, and lo and behold, I found the door that brought me into our man, Daniel. He's here. This is Locked On Bulldogs, part of Locked On Podcast. We're your team every day. We're here to break down the dogs. He is Daniel. I am Clint. Together, we are Locked On Bulldogs. Today's episode brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel.com. Get in with FanDuel to the action. More on them in a moment. Daniel, how the heck have you been?
Well, I've been out here living my best life. I don't know what you guys have been doing here on the.
You look rested. Can I just say for the people, you look rested.
I wouldn't say that rested is the word, but I have been on an extended trip. I'm glad to be back. Just so we're clear for the listener, Clint's the guy that does everything. I'm just the guy that occasionally shows up.
That's all we're trying to say.
That's all that it is.
Speaking of doing everything, how about this? Daniel, we're going to do all the things about Saturday with the excited, nervous, and don't sleep on.
Yeah.
One of the fan favorites that we do every single week, previewing the game that is happening on Saturday. Daniel, we start with the good before we get to the bad and the ugly, which is what we're excited about. What are you excited about this Saturday?
I'm excited to go ahead and get the football season over with. Is that what you should say? I don't know. No, I think there's a lot of things to be excited about this game, and I think it starts on the defensive side of the ball for me. I am excited to see this defense get its first real test of the season because I think they're going to perform really well, and I can't wait to watch it. You can find the stats out there that Josh Heupel's never scored 20 points against Kirby Smart. That is true. I don't know if that stat's going to live through Saturday, but I do expect this defense to perform really well. I think the Georgia defense is going to hold up. I think they're legit. I think that at every level, they've got game wreckers. I think Josh Heupel's offense is predicated on the ability to gain 4 yards on 1st and 10 with a run up the middle. And if you're trying to gain 4 yards on 1st and 10 with a run up the middle against the likes of Jordan Hall and Kristen Miller and Big Joe, I like my chances there. So give me Gabe Harris and this Georgia front seven against the run, and then you can let Josh Heupel spread them out as wide as they want and do all the things that he likes to do. He may get 20 on some fluky stuff, but he may not, because I expect this Georgia defense is going to eat on Saturday, and I cannot wait to see him, Clint, in their first real test of the season, because it feels less like I'm going to figure out who they are and more like I'm going to be validated in who I already knew that they were.
Daniel, it's going to be a raucous environment. I'm excited for that aspect of this team. This is a when you are squeezed, what comes pouring out of you moment for Georgia football. Okay,
Sure.
Kirby Smart has been emphatic that the last 2 weeks has been about playing against yourself. Tennessee, he doesn't care who Tennessee plays. He doesn't care who they are. He knows some of the players. He doesn't know all of them, and he'll tell you that. But this is truly and honestly up at Neyland. You're on your own up there in the middle of God's forsaken land. Just a holler of hell is what that place is. Okay.
Yep.
And
Can confirm.
It is going to be insane. Now, this is what's going to happen. I truly do think this defense, just like we saw at Texas, I see a Texas-like performance on this defense against Tennessee. I think Aguilar is going to hit a couple of shots, but also this. He hasn't seen SEC speed ever in his life. Full stop. Okay? Like,
No.
he hasn't seen Chris Cole come off the edge, in which he can count 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, release. That's what he's used to.
Yeah.
It's going to go 1,000, 2.
Mm-hmm.
If ball ain't out of your hand, Aguilar, I'm sorry, my
Ball's
friend.
coming out of your hand one way or the other.
One way or
What I'm
another.
trying to say?
What's Eric Stokes up to? How's he doing, Daniel? This defense is going to feast, I think, against Josh. Now, that's not to say they're not going to score points. I actually do think that the wide receivers are maybe possibly less than. The running back is possibly less than. The offensive line, right tackle, might be a true freshman, might be an injury backup. Who knows what's happening at right tackle? Which, by the way, I'm here to tell you, Tennessee, if you have a question mark at right tackle, I don't have a question mark. It's the end of his confidence against this front seven.
He's not going to go great.
It's not going to go great. I do think Josh gets a couple. I think he's matured. I think he's grown. I think his offense will score some points. At the end of the day, this defense is just simply a beast. Okay.
I think so.
I have confidence. I think it's going to be close. I'm excited to see us put our stamp on the identity of when we are squeezed, what comes pouring out. Daniel, I also do think if they're going to score points, it's going to come early in this game. I think they might do so, in which we've seen that play out before. And I'm really excited for Tennessee fan to start flapping them gums early and often. Just, you can't help yourself, Tennessee fan.
Like, first quarter is going to feel real good, Tennessee.
It's my prediction. I think Gunnar Stockton and the offense is going to struggle on the road to open things up because I think it's going to be body blows from Mike Bobo and Kirby Smart early. I think Kirby's going to say, don't turn the ball over. Don't fumble the ball. Don't throw an interception. Let's play field position. It's a raucous environment. First start for a guy in the SEC. I've seen this play out from Kirby before. He wants to keep it close to win games because he's really good at winning games. But I think Tennessee's going to be flapping them gums. I'm excited to hear from it, Daniel, truth be told.
Oh, I mean, as the resident social media guru that you are, Clint, I can't imagine that there's not going to be some mid-game interactions that you're not going to be having over there. Listen, I'll be upfront. If there's one thing that I trust Josh Heupel to do, it's script the beginning of a game. And I trust his script way more than I trust Mike Bobo's script. I trust his script more than I trust Kirby Smart's script. You can't really script on defense.
You can't script, right.
But I trust his ability to do that. And we've seen it each and every time that Josh Heupel's come out and played Kirby Smart. They come out hot. They've started strong. And then what'd you see last year, Clint?
Oh, no.
How many second half points did they tally last year? Oh, no. Oh, none. Not a one. So you can have your little first quarter, and I'll take halftime adjustments. I'll take the full game. And, it's going to be It's going to be an interesting environment, but I do expect the defense is going to eat. Check back with me for Don't Sleep On for some specifics about that.
All right. Well, we've gotten that out of the way. Now let us tell you every single instance of why Georgia's going to lose this game.
I'm sorry. I thought this was going to be just a shorter episode, but we're just going to cut it right here. Is that not? That's not it.
No, we're going to continue. Let's come on back after these. And these are, in fact, DoorDash. Daniel, DoorDash is fantastic. That streaks going on. Every single time there's a streak, like not being able to score more than 17 against Kirby Smart is a streak.
Yep.
The same from DoorDash. They deliver every single Saturday, just like we saw Chauncey Bowens and Dwight Phillips deliver last Saturday. They were incredible for Georgia, delivering in a big way. When the pressure's on, Chauncey Bowens, Dwight Phillips came through. No hesitation, no delay. Been watching week after week. It's not a fluke. They're on a streak, just like DoorDash is on a streak. If a player is going to go ahead and do this for you, you're going to back their play and get behind them just like DoorDash. DoorDash delivers Saturdays, DoorDash streaks. Every Saturday, your order, stack up all the seasons. You can save $250, including $100 in DoorDash credits. Order this Saturday. Keep the streak alive. Fuel your game day only with DoorDash. Terms apply. Promo through 11/19.
DoorDash delivers right to the hotel, just so you're
wondering. If you're curious on
they'll
how
drop
much
it right outside your room
and then leave.
It's not a problem.
It's not.
Clint.
Yeah.
It's all well and good to be excited, but it's cute. If I could, in a word,
it was fun to beat the chest a little bit, Daniel.
Now,
okay.
May we speak frankly?
It's just us fans here, guys.
Okay, great.
And gals.
You're not gonna. There's a whole contingent of Georgia fans that hates it when we're optimistic.
Yes, they do. Because
somehow it like jinxes the team and like it's rat poison for some. I don't know. And there's a whole contingent of fans that hates what's about to happen. But all we know how to do. We started this podcast years ago. All we know how to do is just tell you what we think. If you're looking for something else, you're not going to find it here.
No.
And what I genuinely think is that Georgia's going to lose this football game. Like I feel it in my bones. I think that we're going to lose the game. Now, I could give you reasons why you could be optimistic, and I just gave you some. I don't think Tennessee's going to run up a bunch of points against us.
No.
I do think Josh Heupel is a paper tiger. Like, I think he racks up 70-plus points against East Tennessee State, and he can't do anything against the big boys. He can't do anything against Kirby Smart. He can't do anything against Ohio State in the playoff. He can't do anything when it matters. He could score 1,000 points against Alabama's, non-existent defense last year. He can't do it against real defensive teams. I don't think it's going to matter. If you're nervous about something, you're nervous about the Georgia offense. We said on Saturday, we said directly, we do not yet know who Gunnar Stockton and this Georgia offense is. If you think you know for a fact that they're bad, you don't. If you think you know for a fact that they're not bad, you don't.
Correct.
You can suspect, and I suspect that they're not bad, but I suspect they're not going to be up to this challenge. I suspect that they are not refined enough. I suspect that there is enough of we needed a longer runway before this plane was asked to take off. You understand? Like, we're on an aircraft carrier, and it's the ocean in front of us, and we're about to fall in because we just can't quite get it up to speed in enough time. And you can blame that on any of the things that you want. You can blame it on Gunnar Stockton. You can blame it on the offensive line injuries. You can blame it on the play calling with Mike Bobo, whatever.
Sure. That's
all fine. I think we can agree the skill positions have been better this year. So you're probably not going to blame it on the running backs or receivers.
Nope, that'd be hard.
But I'm concerned about this offense's ability to score points, particularly early, particularly on the road. And if Tennessee gets up by 10, 13 points in this game, it's not a position I want to be in with this Georgia offense that I've not seen anything from that gives me any confidence that they've got that kind of a comeback in them. And so that would be the fear is, yes, Kirby's going to make his halftime adjustments, and I believe he's going to shut Tennessee down in the second half.
Yep.
But if the score at halftime is 20-6, Clint, then I'm not sure it's going to matter. I'm not sure it's going to matter that they shut Tennessee down in the second half, because I just don't necessarily know that I see Georgia scoring that many points in this game.
It's going the nervous aspect you're dead on. I don't fear the defense being overwhelmed by Neyland and Josh Heupel, even if there's a couple big plays, even if there's chunk plays, even if they hit a seam or a screen busts or those. I'm not concerned about that. Okay. I think we'll recover. A couple touchdowns in, 14 points. Okay. Here's my honest to goodness. I'm going to play out the whole narrative, just besides the offense. I'm going to play out the narrative that you, Georgia fan, don't want to be true. But let me tell you the worst case scenario that I can actually forecast seeing. Okay?
I'm just going to look around this lobby for a bucket.
Why don't you just peruse?
Some sort of receptacle.
Gunnar Stockton got absolutely obliterated as he went for his first run against Austin Peavy. Yeah. Undersized, fast guys. That's what Kirby Smart called them, not me. He did, which he was correct. They were fast. They were undersized. They, in fact, did punish Gunnar Stockton. Tennessee has bigger, faster guys on defense. They're SEC.
Categorically true.
Gunnar Stockton doesn't know how to slide, doesn't want to slide, will continue to run around, and the offensive line's health is going to be in question. I think Gunnar Stockton, there's a possibility that he misses a couple plays this game because of either injury, or let's say, hypothetically, Georgia fan, let me play it out all the way. You're correct, and you know better than anybody else that Gunnar Stockton is trash.
Congratulations to you.
You're smarter than every other person that's watched film or coaches for Georgia.
You've done it.
Now you're asking Ryan Puglisi to come in and start, and maybe he does it for a drive or two, like we saw Ole Miss have to do against Georgia last year with Jackson Dart coming out. Austin Simmons comes in. Austin Simmons showed out for 2 drives. Okay, but on the road with an inferior offensive line because they're hurt, Ryan Puglisi comes in, who is not the same type of runner as Gunnar Stockton. And let's play the game all the way through where Ryan Puglisi doesn't perform, but is rather trash himself in the SEC on the road, first time ever playing meaningful snaps. And now you're down Gunnar Stockton. Ryan Puglisi comes in, and he ain't it because he's on the road against a SEC defense with blood in the water, blitzing against an offensive line that doesn't have Juan Gaston. Micah Morris still banged up. Ernest Green still messed up. And now what are you going to do, Georgia fan? Who are you going to blame? Who are you going to complain to at that point? Now, I just led a pretty bad scenario, but Daniel, it's not a far-fetched bad scenario.
But the point is, what you've just described is a blowout loss. What you've just described is a 20-point loss.
35-13. It's Ole Miss all over again. It's Ole Miss last year, except this year at Tennessee.
Listen, we said in the offseason that there was a world in which Georgia opened the season 2-2. I know you're not ready to hear this because Alabama lost to Florida State, and therefore it's fun to laugh at Alabama. You're not gonna catch me criticizing anybody for laughing at Alabama. Good on you. Keep doing it. But the 2-2 scenario is still out there, where Georgia enters the month of October at 2-2 with wins over Marshall and Austin Peay. And that's it. That's all the wins. So you're describing a world in which we enter the month of October and Georgia has 0 Power 5 wins.
Oh, and by the way, that loss to Tennessee comes right before a bye week in which it's the excruciatingly long 2 weeks of silence.
So I think back to the original question, am I nervous about Saturday? Yes. Yes, I am. Now, We're not giving out official predictions on this show. We'll do that on Friday's show. We'll give out our official predictions on this game. So maybe my mind will change between now and then. But as of right now, Clint, I see every reason to be nervous as a Georgia fan.
Every reason to be nervous. If you are sky high confident, let us know and let us know.
Sell me on it,
please.
You got till Friday.
We're gonna come back after this. We're gonna tell you what not to sleep on in this game. We might have some excitement and some nervousness, but man, let's talk about what not to sleep on. But first, these. And these are, in fact, Mazda. Mazda crafts cars for those who do more than simply move. It has confidence with every ride, with more IIHS Top Safety Picks awards than anyone else as of August 2025. You can feel Japanese craftsmanship in every detail, from metallic accents to available Napa leather upholstery. Like our players, we sweat every single detail, because when you make every move count, impossible becomes irrelevant. Mazda, move and be moved. But Daniel, that's not it. We also have FanDuel. FanDuel's fantastic. We love FanDuel. You should love FanDuel as well, because you can get on over to FanDuel and make a wager on this game. And if you bet $5 and it wins, you get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. We love using FanDuel because we like to go ahead and get on the action on parlays and over-unders. In this game, take the under. I'm hammering.
Team catching points. What could be better than that?
What can be better than that is come down from 8.5 to begin the season, 7.5 in season to now 3.5. 3 And Georgia, don't look at the bags being dropped come Saturday morning. Just don't do it. It would behoove you not to. But FanDuel is in it. It's quick. It's easy. Little energy for Sunday. So you're ready to play. Download the FanDuel app, visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. All right, Daniel.
This game's down to 3 points.
Yeah, you can get it for 3 points. Daniel, did I sell you one way or another with that?
I'm gonna need to call some people about moving some funds around. We're
moving some funds around.
Have to see what we can do here.
Come back Friday for the official predictions.
It's all well and good. Yeah, until
Friday.
Somebody offers me a line. Okay.
Daniel, what should the people not be
sleep on? You mentioned it, and listen, we may not be together, Clint. We may not even ever record together.
It might never happen again.
But if Georgia loses on Saturday, it actually may never happen again. We may never speak to each other again.
Our friendship is built upon Georgia's success, people.
Yep. We survived 2017. Don't ask us to do it again. We don't. We won't.
I won't.
We won't do it. Yeah. Listen, you mentioned it. A Texas-esque performance from this defense.
Yeah.
I was going to give you, don't sleep on 7 sacks for Georgia in this game. That's the number I've got circled in my mind. And just to be clear, 7 sacks that would be an insane number. That's more than either Texas game last year that Georgia had. So that would be a monstrous defensive performance. But you mentioned the offensive line health concerns. We're not the only ones that have got health concerns on the offensive line. And by the way, I didn't like Tennessee's offensive line before. There's a reason that I was not very high at all on Tennessee coming into the season, and the reason that preseason I was very confident until I watched Georgia play. I was very confident that Georgia was going to roll in this game. And one of the reasons is because I do not like Tennessee's offensive line. So you combine Georgia's best defensive front with Tennessee's most liable offensive line that they've had under Josh Heupel, probably. And I think Joey Aguilar is going to be running for his life. I think he is absolutely going to be in a blender. And I think the pocket's going to be collapsing from every single angle. If the right tackle's bad, yeah, you can put a tight end over him. You can put a back over there. But it ain't just the right tackle, Clint. Nope. The whole pocket's going to be falling around him like a house of cards. And so I like for Georgia's defense to be in the backfield this entire game. And I think one of the scenarios in which Georgia wins on Saturday, and I think there definitely are scenarios where Georgia wins. I think one of them is Georgia's defense gets a couple turnovers, flips field position, maybe gets a defensive score. Georgia's defense really rises up and carries the day, a la, both Texas games, but particularly the first Texas game on the road in Austin last year.
Don't sleep on if Georgia turns the ball over one time.
Oh, God.
I will get on Twitter and I will call the game right there. If we turn the ball over one time, game. We can't have missed opportunities. Conversely, don't sleep on Georgia having taken away the ball once or twice and this game still being a one-possession game. That's the type of game I think we're going to have. And I do anticipate Georgia to take the ball away once or twice in this game. I think Ellis Robinson gets not a tip drill pick, step in front, full Joey. I was on with Eric Kane this week, Locked On Vols, talking about Joey Aguilar has not seen windows close this fast. He does the read. Apparently, he's better at the 1, 2, 3 read than any other quarterback under Josh Heupel because it's usually just one, and if it's not there, tuck it and run. That's the normal Josh Heupel system of the hitch, the flat, and the go route. This is what we have in the wide receiver tree. He's going to keep making those reads, and Kirby Smart is good at baiting people into throws where he wants them to. And if the ball is in the air for a long time, we talk about ball floating, getting air under it. That's good for receivers, but it's also really good for KJ.
Well, it's good for
Bolden.
anyone who wants to catch the ball. And it ain't just the receivers out there trying to catch the ball.
No, it's not, because we got dudes back there. I anticipate interceptions being thrown in this game by Joey Aguilar. I think he has 1 or 2. Don't sleep on Tennessee turning the ball over twice, and it's still being a close game. The winner of the turnover battle is going to win this game. That's not saying a lot, because that's an oldism from football. However, Georgia has escaped that before. Georgia's turned the ball over and escaped with wins. That's why the Austin Peay game was closer than you would have liked, even though it was at home. They turned the ball over. You can't turn the ball over in football. It ruins everything.
It does.
I think Georgia wins the turnover battle in this game, which might make you think you know where I'm going to pick on Friday.
I got one more for you. Don't sleep on. I mentioned this to you in a text, and I do feel pretty confident about it. For all of the Mike Bobo armchairs out there, don't sleep on Georgia throwing a deep ball twice in the first 10 plays of the game. I expect at least 2 deep shots in the first 10 plays from scrimmage. Now, those are going to be on different drives, because I fully expect Georgia to go 3 and out on their first drive.
Cool.
Just so we're totally clear. Don't sleep on that. That meaning that first deep ball ain't going to hit. But I expect they are going to throw a deep twice to open the game. Zachariah Branch maybe on one, Colby Young on another.
Here we go.
I like that. I think that's going to be. I think Georgia's going to try to lean on the run, but I also think they're going to try to open up the defense early with some of those shot plays. See if they can catch that Tennessee secondary and get a cheap one. I think maybe Kirby knows that he's going to need a cheap one in this game.
Right.
And so I think you take a couple shots early just to try to loosen that defense up and hopefully make some space for Nate Frazier, Chauncey Bowens, Dwight Phillips, and the gang to try to grind out first downs, keep this game close on the road, and give Georgia a chance to win. And I think that's where we're at. I mean, Georgia's got to try to be close at the end and have a chance to win this game on the road. You said it in the offseason. This was like a 9-point line. Georgia on the road, a 9-point favorite over Tennessee.
We thought it was stupid.
That ain't the scenario that we're dealing with right now. Okay, that's not the way that things have played out. So, it's gonna be a hard-fought game. I think Tennessee is a good team.
Yeah,
I'm darn sure that they've upgraded at quarterback since last year.
Yeah,
and I think they're a good team. I think Georgia's got his hands full on Saturday.
He's Daniel. I am Clint. This is Locked On Bulldogs. Come back the rest of the week where we break down this game, give you our official predictions on Friday, and we will see you guys then.
See ya.